Hello, classmates. Today we will explain Project 4, Installation of Peripheral Electrical Appliances of the Unit and Overall Machine Commissioning. Task 1, Installation of Tower Cables. This task will be explained in 2 key points. This time, let's learn together about the preparation of tower cables. First, let's take a look at the uses of tower cable. Tower cable connects the nacelle and the tower crane control cabinet in the wind power generation system and plays a role in transmitting electrical energy. Because cables play an important connecting role in wind power generation system. So in the installation and commissioning work of wind turbine generators, the preparation of cables is also a very important step. So, in combination with the actual situation of the enterprise's positions, this time we will learn the manufacturing process of cables. Before starting to prepare the cable, we need to rely on the project bill of materials and the tool list to make good preparations. The above is the bill of materials and tool list for the preparation of cables for megawatt-level wind turbine generators. Next, we will learn about the preparation of tower cable. First, we need to cut the cables according to the requirements of the project list. The length of the cable is limited and subject to the project's supporting materials. During the process of cutting cable, special hydraulic wire cutters are required. The cutting edge of the cable must be flat and smooth. There must be no negative deviation in the cutting. After the cable cutting is completed, the next step is to strip each cable. The stripping length of 1x95 cables is 45 millimeters. The stripping length of 1x240 cables is 60 millimeters. The wire lugs should be installed immediately after the wire stripping is completed. Special attention should be paid to ensuring that there are no broken wires or wires that have not been inserted. And during the installation process, the wires should be ensured to be undamaged. After installing the wire ears, carry out the mold pressing treatment. Select the appropriate die. Each time the pressing die is pressed, it should be closed in place. Before manually pressing the wire, the pressure should be maintained for 10 to 15 seconds before using hydraulic crimping tool. The pressure should be maintained for 3 to 5 seconds. Cable DT95. Press the ear twice. Cable DT240. Press the ear 3 times. According to the above molding process, complete the crimping of all terminals in sequence. After the wire lugs are crimped, use a file to smooth out the burrs on the wire ears. Wrap the wire ears with another half strip of waterproof sealant. In practice, if there are no burrs after crimping, it can be sealed directly. The last step is the installation of the heat shrink tube. The technical requirements for the installation of heat shrink tubing stipulate that the length of the heat shrink tubing for the cable phase sequence is all 120 millimeters. However, the length of the first layer of sealing heat shrink tubing is 100 millimeters. The selection of the color of the cable phase sequence heat shrink tube is based on the project requirements. The phase sequence colors are respectively yellow in U phase, green in V phase, red in W phase, and yellow-green in P phase. The installation steps for heat shrink tubing are as follows. First, move the black heat shrink tubing to the terminal to cover the sealant. After heat shrinkage, put on the heat shrink tube of the phase sequence color and heat shrink it again. The heat shrink tubes of phase sequence color should be covered with black heat shrink tubes. Okay, classmates, that's all for today's class. Thank you for watching.